Hello everybody. I told myself I wasn't going to do that. I'm not going to act weird. I just want everybody to be excited when I get on. I am having a terrible time with my voice, so if you hear me getting hoarse, it's because of that. So I'm going to see a doctor about it, but till then I'm just going to sound hoarse, and I'm not really sick. So I'm just going to go through a little video about how I decide what I'm going to do, and how I decide what papers to use. But first of all, I found these pictures of my granddaughter at Easter time and with Mom and Dad, and I really was excited because we have these new in colors, and I had ordered them in my kit. So I'm hoping that this will match the kind of green in there. It kind of does. It might be a little off. So I'm going to look maybe for something that has it kind of more as a background. Oh, this might work. No, that doesn't help at all. So those are kind of out, and so I'm going to look at this because it has it as a background, and I think this one might work. It has enough of it in the background that it is not overwhelming, and the paper is busy, yes, but it doesn't overdo it. It doesn't overdo the green. I want to look at one more here. Is this the same one? No, this one's a little different. So I'm going to bring these over here, and I'm going to see if these are better. I got to get this out of the way because it's throwing me off. I don't know, I kind of like this. Kind of like this. Okay, we're just going to go with this because it's just talking to me, okay? It's just talking to me. And I think what we're going to do, though, is I think we're going to maybe have this in the background. I don't know. Maybe have this as just a little bit off, and it might bring that green out. Because I have cardstock that matches it, so we might be able to just use that. Although we do have kind of this peach color that could bring out the yellow. No, that's not good enough. Okay, so I guess I don't want you to feel like you have to just be a rocket scientist at this. A lot of what I do is just looking at it, is just guessing, is just how I feel about it. Now, see, I like this purple too. Now, she doesn't really have, I don't think, any purple in here, but there's purple in this, and if you just have a little bit around it, I think it's going to help. And we might, I don't know, just use this as the as her matting. We'll see. I'm gonna have to play with it, guys, because I don't know everything. I try to, but I don't know everything. Okay, so what we're going to do is I was thinking of doing just a one-page, but then I started thinking that it would be nice to do a 2-page. There's not that many pictures, but I'm probably way off, aren't I? Sorry. Oh boy, I'll get used to this someday. Okay, so I could do a 1-page, kind of like that. Oh, but then I could do maybe, and I think we're going to cut this down because we're not going to have this as the background because it's just going to be too busy. Because see, even in the background here, they've got flowers, and so we're just, you know, going, whoa, there's a lot of flowers there. And if you're not a, you know, real fan of flowers, then, you know, it's gonna be like, I don't really like that one. Okay, so I'm gonna get, oh, don't mind that. I'm just knocking stuff off. I'm gonna get out a couple white daisy paid cardstock because we're gonna start with that. And I'm just, oh sorry, I'm probably making y'all dizzy, huh? Okay, so we're just gonna start with the left-hand page first. And I think what I wanna do is I want to just, this is gonna be very easy. And so you're gonna be able to do this yourselves with any cardstock and with any kind of pattern paper. Okay, so what I'm doing is I am cutting 2 inches, 2 by 12 pieces of paper out of the pattern paper. Now they call it DSP, which stands for Designer Specialty Paper. And I'm going to have to get used to, you know, what they call it so that I'm doing, when I'm calling it the right thing, you know. So there's all sorts of things I'm going to have to get used to, but for right now we're going to do that. Okay, so I want to make sure that this is kind of up close to these photos. This one here is going to be, well, and we want it to be ultimately to be able to have this close. So we're going to have this, oh, maybe about, I got to get this in here, maybe about 3 inches. Do we want to go 3.5? I think 3 inches is going to be good. So we want it to be about 3 inches from the bottom. And so I'm going to take my tape gun and we're going to go ahead and put that on there because we know that's where we want it to be. So we're going to put it here, line it up, okay. And then we're going to, we want, like I said, we want something that is going to kind of give it a little, I don't know, it just bring it all together. So right now, if we have, before we have this up here, from the bottom, we see that this has, it's just 1 inch left. So we're going to take the purple and we're going to cut, which the purple is between the top. I should give you these terms so you guys know what they are. And so I'm going to, oops, put adhesive on it. And I just kind of went off the edge there, but I do that a lot. We just have to go with it, and we just have to do what we need to do to make sure that that gets on and it doesn't get on other things. So now we're going to line this up with the pattern paper, the DSP, and right there. And then we're going to take this paper here and we're going to cut a 1/2 inch because that's what's left. Okay. And then we're going to put adhesive on here. Okay. And we're going to line that up there. And I must not have cut it perfect because it's kind of showing some white on there. But we're going to get it and nestle that up to the purple. And then make sure that we've got it all straight here. I've got some white showing. Okay. Well, that just was crazy. That did not turn out well. I'm pulling this off. I'm pulling this up because I'll have to, because I'm telling you I'm not perfect. So we're going to line this up again because evidently I messed that up. And as you get into scrapbooking, or if you are in scrapbooking, you know that people mess up all the time and you just have to go with it. Okay, so for some reason I'm getting different measurements. So I'm going to go ahead and go, because the biggest one is 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to go with 3/4 of an inch, and then hopefully that will be enough to cover things up. Okay, so we know that 3/4 of an inch is over here. So we're going to put that on there, and we're just going to follow it along the bottom. And of course it looks all crooked, but I don't care. We don't care. We're just going to, then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And hopefully this time we'll be able to get it right. So why don't we start from the bottom? That might be the better thing. So we want it to be kind of the same. So we're going to go with 3/4 inches here. And if we have to, we'll cover stuff up. So we're going to start by putting this color, I think is called Shamrock. They had to name it something that I can't pronounce. So we're going to put this down, and we're going to make sure that we do it along the bottom of the white so that it's covering that. And then we're going to go with a 1/2 inch of the Petunia Pop, and just a little bit of a purple that is going to kind of bring out those other colors. So we're going to put this along the bottom of that. Okay, and then we're going to get one of these 2-inch flower paper patterns, which is a DSP. I'm catching on. And we're going to put this along the bottom and make sure that we line that up. Well, see, now it's going crooked. Going crooked. Going crooked. We're going to pull this up, and we're going to hopefully get this to go right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So I need a disclaimer that says, if you watch this, you will become confused because I'm constantly having to redo things. But that's part of who I am, and I'm learning as I go, just like everybody else. Okay, so this is the first page, and we're going to be putting this down. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to have some large, we're gonna have a large area over here that is gonna be empty. So we can either fill that in with like a journal page or spot, or maybe some embellishments. So we're going to think about that, and I will come back to that a little bit later. But we're going to do the second page, and the second page is going to be just like the first page. It's going to match the first page. So this is what we're going to do. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to cut the Shy Shamrock 3/4 of an inch, because I messed up and now we have to do that. I really hope you guys can show me some grace and let me be weird and let me make mistakes. Okay, and so then while I'm over here cutting, I'm going to go ahead and cut the petunia pop at a 1/2 inch. So get that cutting done. Okay, so I can tell you right now I need a new blade. But I am getting a new trimmer. I'm getting one of their trimmers from Stampin' Up! Coming. And so I'm excited to see what it can do and how it does compared to other ones. But, okay, so we're going to be, first of all, matching this up to the top. And it's important that we try to get that matched up there. Okay, got that. Let's do the bottom. Put on my adhesive and do the bottom part. Okay, so we got that kind of there. Let's come down here and make sure that all lines up. There we go. I'm catching on. I'm learning something today. Okay, so then we're going to put the petunia pop next to the Shy Shamrock pattern paper and put that on there like that. Okay, then we're going to put the other one at the top. So we got that there. Oh, we gotta get that closer, don't we? Okay. Put that up there and there. Okay, so we've got those on, and then we need to put on the pattern paper and the DSP. I've got to learn how I've got to make sure I start learning to say that right. Okay. I tell you what, I'm just not having a little bit of issues here today. Okay, there. That's better. Well, not really, but it's better than what I was doing. And I will go and get my little glue and put some glue in there so that stays down. Oh, I don't know if you'll ever want to watch me again, but I hope you do, because I'm going to be sharing with you some of the new things out Stampin' Up, and especially when they start bringing in their memory keeping line. It's going to be awesome, and it's going to be some new things and some old things from close to my heart, and it's just going to be really neat to see where it's going. So I'm going to glue this all down, and so it doesn't stick up like that. Okay, got a little bit there. And then turn this around so we can get inside there. The glue I'm using is actually glitter art glue, and it will disappear after a while. So it's really nice if you're needing to glue stuff and are messy like me, right? Okay, so we've got both of our pages, and hopefully they'll line up sort of good. And then we've got to mat those the pictures. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to have this over here and then the two other ones over here. So I think what I want to do is maybe, I don't know, I know that there's no purple on here, but it really makes me want to use purple. But maybe it's just because I like purple. Who knows? Nobody knows. Nobody can tell. But we're going to get out the green instead and see what that looks like. I'm gonna make a mat out of that. I made a rhyme. I'm a poet and didn't know it. So these are gonna be, you know, sometimes the one I print my pictures on my selfie. Oh, I do like that. So sometimes they come out with like, sometimes it's like 4 by 6 1/4 or something like that. So I like to just put my pictures down first before I cut the other sides of them, because I'm not even really sure what it's gonna look like. So I'm gonna put this like that, and then like that. Okay, so this is the first one. I like that. I like that. Okay, so then we're going to put this one over here and mat that side. Okay, and then we're going to cut the other side. No, that might be too much. Okay, so we have these two matted, and goodness, I really like that. That turned out really good. Okay, so I've got those matted. I need to mat. Where did it go? It's stuck to the bottom. So we need to mat this one. And we'll do the green too. Just so there's a consistency with that, through the whole thing. Okay, so we're gonna put that on here. Kind of try to have it go this, have the same edges on it or whatever. And we're gonna put it there. Okay, and do the bottom part. Okay, and then that can go there. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to decide on embellishments. Now, one of the things that I got with this paper is one of our stamps that is called Layers of Beauty. And so it has this really pretty kind of flower set, and it does have, oh, that did not work, did it? And it does have the die to cut it out with. So first of all, we are going to stamp this. And to stamp it, I'm going to put this over here first of all. And I'm going to use the back part of my Close to My Heart Versa mat because it's got a spongy part back there. And it's going to be able, and you know, this is big enough, big enough that I might need to use my Tim Holtz thing, stamping thing, because I don't think I have a, oh, I might, this would work. This is actually something I got, oh, where did I get it? I don't remember where I got it, but I really love it. You get to roll it back and forth. So I'm going to, since, oh, I do have the stamp pads that match these. So I'm going to, whoops, I'm just throwing all sorts of things all over the place. I broke that. That's not going to be good if I did. Okay, so this is the Shy Shamrock, and we're going to, I think, stamp it with that. And then we'll go from there because we might be able to add some color to it. So we're going to stamp this really good. Okay. Okay. Got some on the edge. Quit getting that on the edge, Tammy. Okay. I think we got it. Okay, so then we're going to stamp it. And we're going to lay it down on one side and then move over to the other side. Back and forth. Back and forth. Okay, I think I got it. So there it is. Very pretty. I'm going to shut this. These are interesting to try to get used to those. Okay, so then we're going to take the die for this, which is the biggest one. And, oh, first of all, I need to cut this down before I put it in my die cutting machine. All right, so we need to cut it down to about 5. Okay, so then I'm going to get my die cutting mats, and I can figure out where they are. Okay, so we're going to put that on the mat. Whoa, 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 whoa. You need to put it first on here. You got to figure out how it goes. Does it go there? I don't think so. This is going to be the way it goes. So we're going to put it like right there. See how it lines up there? Okay, and then I'm going to take some tape and I am going to tape it down so that it doesn't move anywhere. And tape the other side so it doesn't move anywhere. Okay, and then we're going to turn it around so that it's on that side and put our other one there, and then I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine. Okay, so we got that. I'm going to put this out of the way. Okay, so take this off, and then we take off the little masking tape stuff. Very carefully, we don't want to pull that off of the design. Well, it's just being poopy. Okay, so then we're taking that off. Okay, take this off, and then here is our image. Okay, so we're gonna put that stuff over there. Okay. Now again, this is going to be the first page, and I think that this would be wonderful to put on here. Now, it's going to kind of get hidden out here on the white because there's so much white in there. So there's several things we could do. We actually could color it to bring out those colors, but I don't have any of the markers, which I'm getting, but and then we could put the journaling over here. But what I don't, like I said, what I don't know is, by putting that there, we should put something underneath of it. And we could put like a big piece of purple there, and then we can put the journaling on that. Oh, we should do a white though. You know, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think, and it's not working. It just doesn't work with me. Okay, so then we're going to look at, hold on, I got to think about that. So then we're going to look over here on the second page, and we've got this cutie pie over here, and by the way, she's my granddaughter. Okay. Now what we can do is we actually have some leaves that were extras in our dies. So I think just to put around the outside of her pages, I think I am going to, we're going to put these down here on this, on the magic mat. Magic, it is magic. And then I'm going to cover them up with that, and I'm going to run them through my machine. Okay, I need a new chair. My chair is not moving well. Okay, so we're running it through. Well, we're trying. Why is that not working? Okay. I think we need to get a different. What happened to my other one? Okay, there it is. Okay, so we're going to run this through the machine and have it. Okay, so then these, like I said, they're extras. They don't have stamps for these because they are already, you know, they have the shapes that they cut out the actual leaves, so you don't have to stamp them. The shapes are already there. So this one's going to be difficult. So I'm going to come over and get my trusty little Cricut little weeding tool and get that pulled out. Okay. So we've got kind of a little thing there going on. I like those little extras, and I like the look of it so far. I don't want to make this too long, so what I'm going to do is possibly, oh, you know, we do have the rest of those stamps. Yeah, I was not thinking, people. So this is one of the stamps, and we can put that there with the purple, with the petunia pop. Okay. Get my little thing here, and get the petunia pop, 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 petunia pop, pop. Oh boy, we need to fight that off. Okay. All right, so we're going to take and we're going to put this like over here. It's going to be under there and under here. Okay. And then we're going to have those green little things there to kind of set that off. So, come on, go under. Well, we might just have to put those on. Okay, so this is, I'm going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave it at this for right now, because I'm trying to decide what I want to do to finish this with. So I will, when I get what I want to do finished, then I'm going to come back on and I'm going to tell you what we're going to do and finish it up. But I like what I'm doing so far. So I think it's turning out really nice. So anyway, I'm going to end this now and look for part 2. Well, I'll be back, hopefully without a hoarse voice. Anyway, not a horse. All right, everybody have a great night, and we'll talk later.